My name's Keenan Rancier. I'm from Victoria, British Columbia, and I played with the Minotauros in the 2020-21 season.
What made you want to be a goalie?
Uh, Basically what made me want to be a goalie, I guess, was really didn't have a choice. Back in the day, there was wanted to make a team, and the only way I could make it was as a backup goalie. So, other than if I wanted to be on the team, then I had to strap on the pads. So, kind of got put in that position.
Did you have a favorite goalie idol growing up?
Being from out west in Canada was definitely Roberto Luongo, and the second that was probably Carey Price too. Those were probably my two favorite goalies watching as a kid when I was growing up.
Now, I've heard you're quite the outdoorsman. What about the outdoors just really speaks to you, with hunting and fishing and all of that?
Yeah, no, the biggest thing I like is just the quietness. You get to kind of escape from whatever may be going on in life or in hockey. It's just nice to be outdoors in the silence. You can really connect with your environment with the Lord as well. So it's definitely been my quiet place where I like to go to in the summers and the springs and anytime I can, really outside of the rink.
Now, going to your time in Minot, is there something you learned while you were a Toro that you still use to this day?
I'd say the biggest thing I kind of learned in Minot is definitely the people you have around you matter. I was fortunate enough, we had a really good group of guys and coaches and staff there. So kind of the people you have around you really help you in whatever challenges you may be going through, whether in hockey or in life. So definitely have a good circle around you and a support group. It's probably the biggest thing kind of learned there.
Who were some of the most influential people during your time in Minot?
Definitely a couple of my teammates that still talk to actually to this day. Nikolai Charchenko, Reed Bogenholm, we're still very close. Still do Bible studies every other week together, so it's very cool to see how they're doing in their lives. And then also too, our goalie coach there, Wyatt. He's a very good mentor and friend to me as well, so we still stay in contact every now and then. Yeah, no, definitely met some lifelong friends when I was there. I was very fortunate.
During your time in Minot, was there a place you always found yourself at outside of the rink?
Um, yeah, always at some of the build houses. I know when Kadolf was there, his build house was always a good hangout spot for us. Um, as well too. I know Carl's Diner, that was always a big spot for us on Sundays after late road trip, get an omelet there and a milkshake. It was always good hangout spots there. And even in the fall and spring when the golf course was going, we'd always be out there as well too. So um yeah, it was definitely a lot of places there I miss for sure.
You had 69 saves in that double overtime winner in Aberdeen. What do you remember about that game?
Yeah, no, that was it feels like a long time ago now, but I remember I just remember down 2-0 the series, and you didn't know obviously if we lose one more game, our season was done. And um, I remember as we started in the last overtime period there was a dumping from the red line, and I was exhausted at that point. I didn't even see the puck, and it barely nicked me, went off the post and out, so we got lucky on that one. But no, it was definitely a memorable game for me, and just to see the guys come together and as a playing against that top team that year, they didn't lose many games that year, so it was just a big moment for us when finally got that last goal and we survived and we got to play another game as a group. It was definitely a memorable experience for all of us.
Now, speaking of those playoff games, what stands out to you about that playoff run?
Biggest thing for us is we just kind of we knew we were the underdog or the underdog. We knew we weren't supposed to win, so um, just for us to come together as a group, like we have a chance to do something special here, and we knew it was going to be a very hard series back then, but we just saw, all you got to do is just get one game and try to get two, then obviously three. So we're very close at the end there in game five. I still remember that last play in Aberdeen there, but no, as a group, we definitely took a big step and definitely played well together.
Although you were in Minot for just one season, what is something that stands out to you about your season as a Toro?
Yeah, the one year is very influential. Probably the biggest thing that stands out to me is my relationship with the Lord that year. A lot of my teammates there poured into me and shared the love of God with me. And that's kind of a big year where I took my big step with the Lord that year and believed in Christ. And so I was very grateful for that. And that's something that's shaped my life now for the remainder of it.
And then you've spent 3 years at Minnesota State University. What led to your decision to continue your hockey career there?
Yeah, I was very fortunate. I mean, they reached out towards the end of the season and they were my only scholarship offer. And so without hesitation, I took it. Just want to continue to play hockey and was very fortunate. And that was another great place where I got to play and meet a lot of other great people too, and great community, great city. It's funny wherever you go, there's always there's always people there that love and support you, and it's very rewarding when you can be able to take that next step and move on, and very thankful for the opportunity.
Your junior year there, your performance against Arizona State, where you stopped 56 of 57 shots, seeing that weekend, earned you the CCHA Goaltender of the Week. What did it mean to be recognized on that level?
No, yeah, it was an honor. I mean, I know our team was not doing well before Christmas break, and then coming back, we ended up going on a bit of a heater till the end of the year there. So that weekend too is remember that was my dad's birthday as well too. So he flew down to Arizona and got to see me play down there, and it was yeah, probably one of the best moments that I've had in college hockey. Just be there with my dad, and was blessed to have that performance and that weekend and their new rink there down in Arizona. So it was one of the best weekends I'd say. Yeah.
Now you're at Clarkson University. How has that been going for you?
Going well, yeah. It's been transition and again, new city, new team, but still great room full of guys and connect really well with them all, my roommates. It's been a great transition this year. The education's really good here as well too. It challenges you, which is good. But I'm very, very happy with where I'm at right now. Just trying to enjoy the last days while I can because you never know when it comes to an end.
On a game day, what does your prep look like?
Sleep a lot. Yeah, sleep in, go to the ring, skate for a little bit, and then come back home, try to sleep for another hour and a half, and then back to the rink again just to warm up and get ready for the game. But I like to shut my eyes and rest my mind as much as I can. Uh,
Being a goaltender, it comes with a lot of pressure. How do you handle those high pressure moments?
yeah, I'd say the biggest thing just kind of know where you are, know that it's not as big of a deal if you think it is, and it's also not as little of a deal as you think it is. At the end of the day, it's a game. You want to do the best you can every day, but as a goalie, you can't score goals, so the result's ultimately not up to you. You just have to control what you can control and just try to stop one puck at a time and just kind of keep building on that every single time. It's just one shot, one shot, one shot.
What would you say is your biggest strength as a goalie?
I say the biggest thing is probably managing the highs and the lows. It's definitely something that's been a struggle through my career, but kind of the last few years with the highs and the lows, I've felt like been able to manage that pretty well. You can't get too high, you can't get too low. It can be hard with whatever success or trials you may be going through, but just kind of keep that even keel, keep your eyes on the Lord through it all, and know that at the end of the day, it's just all about giving God glory. And no matter what, at the end of this life, no matter what championships, what rings, whatever you kind of accomplish in this life, isn't not the end all of it all. It's just all about your relationship with the Lord and bringing Him glory.
Do you have a most memorable save?
It wasn't even in a game, to be honest with you. I remember well, it was like a mini game at the end of practice when I was at Mankato. And for some reason, we had this drone there doing some practice footage of inside the rink there. And this drone was buzzing around. I remember we were playing this like 3-on-3 game in the zone. And I just remember there's a sequence that they got on camera where it's just like these 4 or 5 like just diving saves in a row, like the last whistle for, our color to win during the practice game. So that was always in my mind. That was one of the great moments I remember always.
Being a goalie, you have some special gear, one of them being the helmet, and you kind of get to showcase your personality. Do you have a helmet that whether it's your current one or an old one that you feel like was probably your favorite one, it just showcased you perfectly?
Um, yeah, they all kind of have a different meaning every year, I'd say. But probably the first one I got at Mankato, that was probably my favorite helmet. I really didn't design much of it until mainly just got the paint designer to design the whole thing. I just did the back plate myself, but it was very for my first match to be custom painted. That was probably a memorable experience for me and one I still have back home.
Do you have advice for young goalies?
Probably my biggest advice is just continue to press on. Like I said earlier, kind of managing those highs and the lows. You're gonna get scored on. It's part of the sport. Just don't get bogged down by it all. Um, Ultimately, too, that the game's just bigger than yourself. Don't look so inwardly and just start looking outwardly and looking up, mainly to at the Lord through it all. Um, it's easy to get bogged down, selfish, and things aren't going your way, but then you kind of miss out on some other beautiful things that might be going on the team and in life as well.
Finally, do you have a message for Toros fans watching?
Um, yeah, I know biggest thing is that, all the fans out there, they made my experience very memorable there, very passionate. I know my billet family, they're coming to my wedding this summer too, so I still stay in contact with them. But no, Minot was a big part of my life, and the fans, the team, the overall experience there was great. So Minot just keep staying strong.